Well, welcome back to Life of Dave. The boat club's cancelled tonight because there's no running water. Pipe's all frozen, still cold. So I've nipped down and I'm going to do a little bit of sanding. Sand all this off that I put on the other night. That's all set up. So I've done this yesterday. So she's well set up now, it's all cured. That's ready for a sanding. So it shouldn't be too hard to sand. So I'm going to get me sander out now and give that a blast. If I can go over that, get that smoothed off, and then I'll go into this a little way and see if I can smooth some of that off as well. Basically, the more I can do, the less I've got next time. But I think it's going to be too cold now to put any more on, because it is starting to freeze now, and it's going to freeze overnight. I don't want to put stuff on and it don't set up or it causes a problem because it's so cold. So I think I'll just get it sanded for now, and I'll have to fill it next time I'm down. Right, let's crack on and get something done. It's dusty. I'm kind of in the way, I know, but there's not much I can do about that. There's nowhere else to put the camera. That end that you'll be able to see me. Well, we're not too bad now. That's lived over. Deceptive because you can see the lines but you can't feel them. They may well imprint slightly through the gel, through the gel coat. But I can't feel them. They're pretty smooth. I'm quite happy with that. It hasn't got to be showroom perfect, you know what I mean? It's not a super yacht. It's my super yacht, you know, but I want it as good as I can get it, but it hasn't got to be 100% perfect. I'm being a little bit fussy and critical on a lot of bits, you know. I'm trying to do it the best I can. That's all I can do, really. So there's a little bit of few dents and whatnot, low spots in this filler there. I could probably build it up a little bit more and lose them, or I could just keep sanding until I lose them. Sanding will mean adding less weight and having to use more materials. And as I said before, I don't want a massive build-up. The glass is there. All I want to do is hide the imperfections of the glass. I'm not trying to build it up in filler, you know.
It's purely to stop me having to sand so much of the glass away. That's the strength, is in the glass. You know, I didn't put it on there to shave it all off again. It's starting to get late now, it's 9:45. So I'm not going to be able to do much more tonight. I just thought if I can get this sanded down, there's something else I ain't got to do next time I come down. You might notice I'm not using a block. None of this is truly flat. I'm not trying to sand it flat. It has got a curve to it. I just want it to look smooth and feel smooth. You know, it hasn't got to be 100% flat, you know, with a block. I'm not worried about that. Low spots here, but I can't even nib them off if I'm using a block until I go through the high spots to get to the low spot. I'm not worried about filling every little low spot. These are going to be hidden, you know, so with the paper like this I can get to that to key it up. Like so. I can't do that with a flat sander or a block. None of this is flat at all. I've not even touched this yet. It's had a nib over with a sander, but that's all. This, the same as that, I'm probably going to end up glassing it to stabilise the surface because it's so crappy, flaky paint and all the rest of it. So I'll probably run the grinder over it, clean it right up, and I'll glass that in along with the locker that I made there. So I'll glass all this down there, tab all that in. This has been glassed already, so I'll tab that into the corner there. And I'll probably glass the underside of the deck up here as well and do all that in one so that this is all done, and then I'll fair this in together so that it all looks nice. That's the plan anyway. That's pretty much what I think I'm going to do. But yeah, I don't need it to be 100%. This is rough as you like, and there's a sheet of wood got to screw up here anyway. I mean, pretty much it's good enough, really, like that. So, but you know me, I'm going to be a bit fussy. There's a big low spot there with a ridgy around it. I don't want that. I don't like the look of it. I might pull that cover down one day, and one of my mates might see it. There's a big old lump here. Oh, I don't know why. But basically what I'll end up doing is once I've cleaned this area up, I'll fill that and smooth it out. I've got some blocks of wood to go in here so that I can screw me cover up to. There's one in the middle here, one at the back, and I've got some to go on the sides, but I have to get this glassing done first because it sits over that. And then my sheet of wood will sit in here and it comes down pretty much level to that. Yeah, so it'll all sit fairly flush. So you will see the line, but it will sit flush. That's the plan anyway. I've got a block to go in here, block to go either side. I've got some at the back there, so I'll put some screws in it. Stainless steel screws to hold that up. That's And that'll be that bit sorted, taken care of. Still a lot of work to do just in this area here though. All this flaky paint's got to come off. Same as all this, that's all got to come off, but I'll get the grinder on that. That's real messy stuff, that is. I can't film that. 2 seconds in and the place will be choking with dust, so. Right. I think I'm pretty much done on that for tonight. I can't use the electric grinder anymore, it's nearly 10 o'clock at night. I've just got it out to do this bit and I've done that. So I'll see how hard this is to sand by hand. Yeah, what I was hoping is I'd be able to get another area sanded, you know, and then put some filler on it so that's dried next time I come down, but I can't see it happening. Getting a bit late for that. If it wasn't so cold, I'd get the mould out and start making me new lockers for the other side. But it's far too cold to be fiberglassy. That nibs it alright, but it'll certainly take a lot of work to flatten it off at all. That's my brush. There is my brush gone on. It's a 4 foot square. There it is. Yeah, it's nibbing the surface, but it's not taking it down really. Yeah, right. Keep going. That's a lot of work. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to wait till I can get the sand on it next time. It's too hard. Yeah, far too hard to sand by hand like that. I'll be here all blooming year. Yeah, I've got a little strip going there. This bit's alright, but I think half of that was hit with a sander. The other half of it is just scratching the surface. It's not doing enough to warrant carrying on really. So, well, I think that's me done really. I'm going to have a little clean up. There's a lot of dust in here, so a little tidy up and then I'm out of here. Go back home. Stuff to do at home, as always. Right. Have a look. Oh, yeah, we've done half hour and a half. So there we go. We've got that done anyway. That's more than good enough for a layer of gel coat over it. Of course, the gel coat there, I think that'll look more than good enough. So I think I'll call that a day on that. So yeah, next time I'm down, we'll sand this bit in the middle maybe. You know, I think I'm going to concentrate on getting some of this sanded down. Because once I've done this top section, I can work my way down the sides. I know I've been playing with the lockers, you know, trying to get these done, but they're pretty much glassed in. I've still got to sand this down. I could do a little bit more over there, couldn't I really? So I could start sanding out. It's just it's getting a bit dark and a bit late, and you know, I need to be able to see what I'm doing. But there we go. Right, well, that's already going to take me a long time to edit. Half an hour's sanding video. Cut out most of that sanding. Right, let's stop that there, and I might just have a quick gander at sanding these lockers down. I'm just going to nib the outside lightly. I'm not going to fully sand it, because I can do that next time with the electric sander. This stuff's quite hard to sand. So yeah, I'll sand it with the electric sander next time. What I have got to do mainly by hand is the radius in here. It's done by hand. So we'll nib that down in there. There's the outside where that's sticking over. I'm just going to nib it off. But I can finish that next time. What I want to do is see how that's sitting. No trouble sanding. Elbows. I tend to keep nudging the phone if I stick it where you can see. Right, let's have a little look here. Not bad. That's better. Still, it's not very neat round there. I think that's more or less got it, but I think I can do better. This side looks good. See, these hinges aren't fixed on. How about them? Yeah, this side looks good. This side doesn't look bad. It's definitely not bad. It doesn't look perfect. It looks a little bit rough around there. You can see what I mean. Look. Obviously, ignore the outside face. That will be sanded smooth. Yeah, so don't worry about the look of that. Just the gap I'm looking at in there. It's not smooth. It looks a bit notchy, if you know what I mean. There's a little lump in there. It's not stopping the door from shutting, but I can see it. Sand too much or we'll be back where we started. That looks a bit better. Yeah, so it looks a little bit large. I'm going to push that way a little bit like so, because what's going to happen is once I paint this and I paint inside the lip and all the rest of it, that's going to take up some room, and this hatch will probably end up too blooming big to fit in the hole, you know, because there's not enough gap there for me to paint both surfaces. Now it's all got to be sealed, so if I paint this all the way around the outside and I paint this in here, you know, that's no longer going to fit. So I do need a reasonable gap. It needs a good sized gap all the way around. I think I'm all right on the right hand side there, but I think I'm still a bit tight on this left. Or vice versa if I shove it to the right. Yeah, it's a little bit big at the top there still. I mean, that can go up a bit. Now I've got to adjust the gap so it moves up and down a little bit. I think I need a little bit out the bottom there. That's still looking too tight. Still too tight at the bottom. I've got a nice gap at the top but nothing at the bottom. Oh, I think that's pretty darn good. It ain't bad. I can micro fill it. Small adjustment on the left next time I'm doing it. I could take a little bit off that centre there on the actual hatch. It's still a bit tight in the middle, so if I was to match that gap all the way down, I think I'll get away with that. I've got a nice gap around this end along the top. The bottom looks a bit tight. This side here is too tight in the middle there, so I think if I open that centre out and match that down more, I think that'll pretty much do me. You know, I'll try not to be too blooming fussy with it. I want it to look perfect, and you know, reality is it's not gonna. So I've got to try and accept the fact that I can only make it so good. It is what it is, and they're lockers, you know. I still want it to look nice though, you know. I'm not going to bodge it up. Yeah, I'm not bodging it up just to say, oh, that'll do, you know. That's not me, I'm not like that. Right, so that ain't bad. A bit high in the centre there. Do that there. So I'll sand the outside another time. Just nib it off there. Take the worst of it off, and like I say, get the electric sand on it next time. Take that straight off and blend it in. Smooth it out. That's better. I've got a little bit of movement left and right, so I can position it central. That's much better. So now I've got a nice shut around this end. That looks a lot better. It's a little loose at the top here, but this bit's not too bad. And then obviously I've got this hole at the bottom, which is probably where I've poked my cutter in there. And it chomped into that. So I'll build that up on the hatch. Yeah, a little bit of filler on the body there, and a little bit on the hatch there. And that should sort that out. It's not a lot at all. So that's them two pretty much taken care of. I've still got that little bit of glass there, that little low spot there where there was a void in the gel coat. Nibble these down. They're just filling tiny little pinholes in the gel coat. Yeah, this is what it is. So that's that. Right, so I've got two hatches fitting in the holes there. And I'll sand that down next time I come down with the electric sander. Take those off of here because I can sit that flat and run that off parallel. That's me done. I'm going to have a little sweeper, get rid of some dust and disappear home. Thanks for watching Life of Dave, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye for now.